restart the song. Hello. Obligatory throat clearing whenever I start the episode. What's going on? I forgot that we have a full RGB A2 controller set up now, which is great. Anyways, welcome back to another episode of GTNH. Where are we at? Episode 206. Jeez. We're moving up in the world. So, what did we do last time and what are we going to do this time? What we did last time was that we actually got our first creative item, which is going to be the neutronium energy cell. I love this. Infinite AE2 power. You know you love it. And we also have another thing is the Infinity Booster card, which lets me access my universal wireless terminal, like literally wherever I want. So cool. And we also just did some minor upgrades around the base. We also started work on the Naquadah large Naquadah reactor. Yeah, this guy. We're going to try and figure out how it works so that we can get a little extra power out of it, because if I'm going to move on to the rest of the pack, I need more power. Absolutely need more power. Like, our base is just fine with what we have right now, but we can always use more. I'm going to restart the song because I've been really enjoying it. VOD Watchers, I'm playing The Father of Make-Believe by Coheed and Cambria. That's why I'm jamming out right now. How's the treated water doing? Are you still keeping up or what? Uh-oh. This might have got stuck somewhere. Yeah. Oh, that's probably we got stuck because you ran out of plasma. That's right. I'm gonna cancel this recipe here. Okay. So what I did last time was, or the last thing I did is that we're now able to craft the Mark II fuel for this thing. Next step is to keep it running. We get even more power out of it. There's a lot to it that I'm still trying to figure out, but we'll get there. So one thing I gotta think about is, how am I gonna get the power over to the supercapacitor? Am I gonna leave it here? Am I gonna move everything over here? Over there, at least? Maybe. I don't want to. It's a lot. So what I could probably do is... That's a good question, actually. I don't actually know how to move the power over here. I didn't think about that. I do have space here. I'm probably going to end up just building the reactor over here, though. Right, like putting it down here, maybe. Let me go up somewhere here, and then we just feed it the power. I don't know, actually. We'll figure it out right now. It might end up being what we do, actually. Let's say, so what do we do next? Let's actually build the thing. We should have everything for it. I don't know how much power this is going to generate. Let me see here. So if I'm using the Mark II fuel is what I'm doing. All right. And this is going to do basic output voltage is 2.3 million EU a tick. Is that a UHV amp? I don't actually know. Yes. So this is going to give me an extra UHV amp. But there's ways to like boost it here. Reactor will explode when there's more than one type of fuel in the hatches. Okay, then don't worry about that. Consume coolant to increase efficiency, which is what we want to do. It also demands liquid air, so we also have to pump liquid air. And then can consume excited liquid to increase the output power and fuel usage. There's a lot of things we can do here. Molten Naquadah for more power. Or molten atomic separation catalyst for 16x power. Is that a bad idea to do? It's this stuff, right? Yeah. I wonder why we can't craft it. Let's try and craft it. Separation catalyst. Oh no, it's trying to craft. I think it's stuck with the blast furnace trying to charge up because I have no idea why actually. Why are you stuck? Did it get stuck somewhere or what? You might have had maintenance somewhere down the road and it got stuck. Hang on. Let me check if there's anything in here. No, I don't know. I don't actually know. I'll just cancel the recipe for now. Try again. And then you probably got stuck somewhere as well. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. How are you doing? Oh. Did our base shut down somewhere? Oh, you know what? Is this even on? Let me check around what's going on with their power situation. Yes, we have infinite AE2 power, but we do not have infinite power everywhere. It looks like it's doing okay though. It says it has EU. Let me check. This thing is perpetually going to have maintenance issues. And no, it looks like you're running okay. Maybe it ran out somewhere. I don't know. No, you have the turbines available. You should be good. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So, drink some fluids here. Let's see here. We should work on one thing at a time. For example, the liquid air. One of the good ways to get liquid air is to just pump it directly. I do have a recipe for it, but I'd rather not do that. It's best to just pump it. Yeah. Eventually we'll get the space pumping module, but we're not quite at a space elevator yet. Be so cool though. So for now, I think I'm going to set up a fluid pump at Barnard E for the liquid air. Let's just do that right away. We have a source of it. So what I'm going to need is with a rocket, first of all, but we actually have a tier 8 rocket already. Works out. Fluid pump. Let's do that. Yeah, let's set up all of the supporting blocks to keep this running. I'm going to put this away for now. Keep it on me. Like everything involved to keep this running nonstop. Liquid air is the first thing. Is this the best drill pump thing I can use? Because the next tier is infinite one, but we can't do that yet because of the lack of UEV circuits. And how far away are we from that, actually? I haven't thought about it. It's going to be a little bit because then we need a new circuit line as well. Yeah, no, never mind. Let's just do this one. So you're going to need a bunch of things, actually. Need some of those and some of those. So I'm trying to get used to the new way of doing this. Just craft 100. Go for it. Okay. I already crafted like a whole bunch of them. It's not quite enough though. I need a little more. So from now on, anytime I set up like a trans-dimensional, cross-dimensional, I don't really know what words to use, but whenever I set up like a thing, right, I'm going to like set up a way to like connect it to AE2. That's what I intend to do. So no more ender tanks, right? No, everything's going to be there. So if let me see here. What do I need? I need an output hatch. Just a normal one. That one should be okay. And then you need an input. Well, what do you need for this to work, actually? You don't even need an input. You just need an output, right? I can probably just build it right now. So let's get the rocket going. You have plenty of fuel. You should be okay. Make sure nothing is right there. This is my new rocket launch pad, causing all kinds of pollution. So before I go, though, don't go in there. I need to check Barnard E, if it's safe for me to travel there, if I need a spacesuit or not. Because I don't have a spacesuit on by default. It's, oh yeah, this one. Tier 8. Requires thermal padding tier 2. That's all you need. Barnard EF. Okay. Should be good then. And let's go. And we blast off. It's a little quiet, don't you think? It usually makes a ton of noise, these rockets. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I'm not really going to complain, so it is pretty quiet. Where did I need to go again? Barnard E? Uh-oh. I think so. Not Vega. We're going to Barnarda. Not Alpha Centauri. Not Proxima Centauri. Barnarda A. I'm assuming this one here. It was like a... Not that one. Barnarda D is Barnarda E, right? And then launch. Don't flicker. Uh-oh. Is it lagging? Okay, I thought about it. Yeah, it is flickering a little bit, isn't it? Yeah, stop flickering. Yeah, there we go. It's very, very orange planet we got here. It's very terrainous. I don't know the right word for it. It's got a lot of terrain to it. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I'll put that in my back pocket where it belongs. All right. So I'm going to want to find the stuff. Where's my portable prospector scanner? 9 new oil fields. I need liquid air. I can turn on this guy. This one has a good amount. Yeah, over here. Uh-oh. Oh, the server doesn't like it that I'm out here. The server does not like Barnarda F. Let's go. I don't know if I'm able to just build it anywhere I feel like. Just in case, I'm going to put it in the floor. I don't actually know if it matters. But this place means that we can get some liquid air free of charge. I mean, not really free of charge, right? A good amount of gold. Okay. Okay. I'm going to put down the actual drilling rig. It can go anywhere, really. I should do this. Then I'll go ahead and make a waypoint for this. This is Barnarda E. Barnarda E. Drill. I should probably say what it's getting me. So liquid air. Okay. Place you down. And then the good thing about the universal terminal is that I actually have access to all my stuff. This is the most important part of it. I'm going to want... So I can probably place a super tank anywhere, really. So in other words, I'm going to put the output hatch right there. And then give this a super tank. Actually, I should probably get the giant output hatch instead. Yeah. And then get a super tank. This one works. Like that. This is going to be all connected to AE2 at some point. So I'll be able to access everything. And then you're going to need a input bus. And then a bunch of mining pipes. And before I forget, let's do the warp. So /set. Just put it over here because all my AE2 stuff's going to go over there. Set warp. Barnarda E. There's no capitalization. That's fine. It's Barnard E. Yeah, you know what? That's fine. Okay. Input bus goes right there. Okay. And then maintenance hatch. Okay. And then the rest of it is just casings. No, we need an energy hatch as well. Energy hatch. I'll give you LUV energy hatch. Like that. Okay. And then I'll give you a transformer. So what I plan to do in the other worlds or in the main base is have a P2P, EU P2P that is ZPM tiered off of the supercapacitor so that if I ever need to get power anywhere, it'll be just fine. We had that something similar like that before, but I took it down for some reason. Oh yeah, because we had another way of getting power. There you go. Right there. Let's put this stuff right there. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then how we connect this over. First of all, I'm going to go back home and connect the P2P onto this guy over here. I thought I had one and I think I took it off actually. I can actually just put it on the transformer itself, right? Yeah, it's fine. All right. Do I have enough channel space there? That is pineapple. Definitely have, so there's only 7 there, but how many channels does pineapple use? 25. You got enough. Let's get a cable out here. Not that one. Just put it right here. Yes. Right there. Okay. And they're going to be a P2P. Right there. And then connect right. I'll connect you right now. So this is going to be a CPM energy hatch. How much CPM power? Probably not too much, but it will probably give it We'll give it that one. It has to be a dynamo hatch, actually. 16 amps. That's probably enough. Okay, we'll wait for that. And then, nah, I don't want to connect it yet because I can't see it. So once I plug this guy in, I have to, replace it. Yeah, dynamo hatch is how we get the power out of here. Energy hatch is how we feed power into it. I know what I'm talking about. I've only spent like, what, almost 700 hours into this. It's been a while. You can't be this slow. It's you. It's the random. This stuff takes forever. The weird stuff. Yeah, this stuff here. Is there not such a thing as the random ore? Yes, but we're not there yet. We need the. That seems actually not that bad. Space mining. Can we get this? I would like the space elevator soon. It'll solve a lot of our ore issues, I think. Oh, we do have to feed it drills. That's fine. Okay, so we have the dynamo hatch. And this guy's going to be how we get all of our DPM power cross-dimensionally. I'm going to shut this off for a little bit. Rest in peace, my base. There we go. Make it turn back on. So this guy connects to the ZPM energy hatch. There. You're going to give this a connection to this guy. I'm going to make this a GTEU. And you're going to be called ZPM power. There we go. So now whenever I need CPM power cross-dimensionally, I'll just connect to this guy over here. Okay, and then we go back to Barnard. Barnard E. Barnard Day. It's actually Barnard, not Barnarda. Thought it was Barnard. Barnarda. I don't know. I'm getting tongue twisting myself over here. Okay, so I can connect the quantum ring here. Right there. And then give that guy. So I always have trouble with this. Do I need to jumpstart it or something? Like, it's not working. Unless I think I have to replace it. All right, it looks like it's working now, maybe. I don't know. Let's try this. So let's get a P2P. This one's going to go into here with a CPM power input like that. Yeah, this guy's not on. I remember there being a weird thing to this. Here, chunk. Yeah, so it's like you have to like replace it and now it registers, but there's no power to it. I think you have to jumpstart it. So I guess we'll do that. Energy acceptor. And then ender tank. And a cable. I'll just use this guy over here and a gas turbine. that guy? You don't connect down there? No, you don't. You connect to the top. Like that. And then I'll just connect everything over here. There's probably a secret to it I don't know about. Like you have power, but then I have to like restart it or something. Yeah, it's really weird. And then it should be like permanently on because now we have infinite power. I don't know. I'll study into how these quantum rings work, but every time I do this, it feels like it has trouble. Of course, American Stream says aluminum and not aluminum. I don't get your point. Of course, a non-American here thinks that there's only one right way to do everything. You're going to connect to CPM power. Don't blow up my machines. Where do you even get aluminum from? Oh, it's right there. Literally nothing wrong with it. Sniff ID. I don't know what you're on about. All right, so you have power now. Oh, what the heck? How long has that been a thing? I didn't know I can right click it. I was going to get my scanner out here and scan it. Anyways, hello to you too, Snippety. Good to see you. Good to hear from you. You better stay on. I'm going to be so mad. Quantum ring over here. Okay, and then it's got a storage bus. Right there. And I can actually just try to turn this on. Yes, we're getting liquid air. I want to see if Snippety has something to say about liquid air being a thing. Give you a storage bus. And then just do that and that. And then I don't know. I never think about things like this until you show up and it's like, you know what else can Snippety like not agree with in a mod pack like this? Like liquid air. That doesn't make sense to me either. How does that work? Okay, we are getting liquid air. So one thing I'm going to do for the liquid air is, it is a little loud. Let me take a step back here. One thing I'm going to do for the liquid air is, for this Naquadah reactor, it consumes that much liquid air to keep it running. But why do we need liquid air? Because this Naquadah reactor says I need it, so I have to make it. So what I'm going to do is maybe make an emergency switch. Or should I just trust that it's going to work? I'm going to trust that it works. It's a little too much setup. Okay, but now we have liquid air. If I check my fluid terminal and check for liquid air, there it is. It's picking up. Heck yeah. That should be it, right? Yeah. Alright, I'm going to trust that it works. And then we go... Everything's chunk loaded. Yes, and then back out. Just going to go back here. Warp home. Okay, now we have liquid air. Next thing we need for our reactor here, I was going to set up this void miner. So I'm going to need another set of quantum rings. I have to craft it, actually. I don't have any space or recipe for this stuff. No, I use this terminal. I like this one better. I totally did not just Google Naquadah. I think it was an actual substance I was unaware of. No, it's based on the Stargate show, I think. And it's heavily it's a Stargate show thing. It's actually the major goal of GTNH is to craft the Stargate itself. All it is a fancy teleporter, but this thing is an atrocious craft. And yeah, people spend so much of their life trying to do this. And I'm gonna spend so much of my life getting to this point too. Like, look at this; it just keeps going. It doesn't stop. It does not stop. We'll get there though. I forgot what I was gonna do. I honestly don't know. Like, it's like, if you base it off of the quest book, it's not really a good estimation. Like, we're in tier 9, and it says here I only have like 3 tiers left. Technically 4 if you consider endgame goals. I would probably say like 50%. Okay, Anthropod is a good resource to ask that question. Hey, Anthropod, um, how far am I into beating the pack percentage wise? Sniffity wants to know. I'm gonna guess 50%, but I don't know because I don't know how far we are. Anthropod is a late game enjoyer. He's way farther than we are. Let's get my quantum patterns for the quantum ring. Where is it? Yeah, these two stuff. All right, circuit 2, and you are also circuit 2, I hope. Yes, you are. I know when I started. I started this playthrough, right? The one you joined was round 1. Yeah, the one you joined was round 1. And that one ended a while back. This is round 3. This one's going all the way to the end. This playthrough started December 2023. So it's been well over a year. Mass machine circuit 2. You can go there. So I need the 8 of these quantum rings. Actually, 16 of these guys. Oh no, heck. The course are not going to finish. Yeah, I guessed 50%. No, those two, we didn't go very far. Round 1, we went all the way to the end of IV tier. So like right here, we're borderline OUV. We didn't quite get there yet. And then round 2, we went the end of EV. We didn't go that far, but that was a special case because I started streaming at the end, like the very last days of round 2. That's when I started streaming, and then I really liked streaming, and so I decided to just let's do a new playthrough where I'm going to stream the entire thing. And a year and a half later, here I am, still streaming the same world. I need the singularities, right? I got hella singularities. How do I do this again? 1 drop singularity. Singularity, 1 ender dust, and cause an explosion. Okay, it's not that bad. And ender dust, right? I mean, occasionally they'll stick around, but no, for the most part, no. It's mostly just been me. I don't think anyone else has the patience I do. I'm gonna get some tiny TNT. We have a bunch of TNT. I'll throw it in the centrifuge. This one would work. I mean, of course, we still hang out, right? That's not gonna change. But the only one playing the pack is mostly me. Thank you. Then let's get a. Do I not have a flint and steel in my backpack? SMH burning, I still feel like you'd be able to get rank 1 in old school RuneScape. I only play good games. See how many people can get mad at me for saying that. You're gonna blow up? No? Sir. I killed it. Oh, okay. I don't know. And I don't have the dedication that other people do on this mod pack. Jeez. Other people play a ton of it, like a lot more than I do. It's like, yes, I'm 50% done, but with the amount of time that I've played, people have definitely finished the pack faster. It's just that I don't play like every day, and that's okay, right? We all have our own separate speeds of playing. I also need a wireless connector. It's all part of the fun. And then it's getting like a, I don't know, a Cupid, I guess. That's fair. And you say that, but like one of my biggest goals in life is to like not have to work and then just play more Minecraft and then end up no lifing it. I'm making progress on that. I don't know how long it's gonna take me, but that's one of the things I would love. Yeah, it's like I'm very simple. I don't really have major goals in life. I just want to play games without having to go to work. So that's another quantum ring. This quantum ring is going to be for the void miner just that we have set up over here. All right, and I think I'm pretty ready, right? Yeah. So I'm going to set up this void miner. This one has to be in Venus, though. And for Venus, I do need the spacesuit. So make sure I'm wearing the spacesuit. Yes, I am. When we go to Venus. Not Vega B. This one. It's a very simple goal to have. Yeah, I did clear space for it. Okay. Void miner. There it is. There you go. You go right there. Yes. That's what's cool. I think like culture wide, everyone wants very similar things at the end of it. We just don't. We just want to chill. Takes a lot of effort to get there, and some of it is luck. And I guess I should shamelessly appreciate. Like I do appreciate all the support I get on the like any support I get on YouTube and the Twitch, because it's just little things like that get me to the goal ever so closer. We'll get there. Europium. We need the frame boxes. We need the UV machine cases. I'm actually pretty close to 500 subscribers on YouTube. That's a pretty. That is the first monetization milestone. And no, it's not about the money, right? I make YouTube videos for the heck of it because it's fun, but being able to get paid for it, it's gonna be great. It's a motivator for sure. I need an input hatch. It's a bunch of little things that I need for this one, though. I'll just use this one right here. Right there. And then you need an energy hatch. You're going to have LUV energy hatch. Right there. And then a transformer. Right there. Yes, it's very slow going, but we'll get there. And output bus. And this guy could have a stocking input bus. I'll start uploading online lectures to YouTube soon. Are you actually, like, for real? That'd be pretty cool, actually. I'd watch some. I'll put the output bus right there and the stocking input bus right here. Set the filter. Oh, that's fine. I think I do understand a little bit of Spanish, right? A functional amount. I would only watch if you like actively cuss, because that's what makes it fun. Trust me. You should really do that. People would love it. What kind of lessons would you do? Lesson 1. Why GTNH is not realistic. What the heck is a volumetric flask? First is the whole course in psychology and Soren Kierkegaard. That's I don't know who that is. Quantum ring. There you go. That is chunk loaded. Put you there. 19th century existential. Ooh, that sounds like interesting stuff, actually. Anything to do with like existentialism is always pretty interesting. It gets you really thinking. You need the energy accept. Is there a way for me to just do this a lot easier? How's vibration chamber? Does this work? Mm. Okay, but when you say P2P the power, the thing is I have to jumpstart it. Like, how do I? Like, is there an easier way to jumpstart the thing? I am using P2Ps. Like it's just off by default, and I don't know how to turn. I can turn it off by giving it power, but like, why does it make me do that? Charged cell? Is that a thing it can do? Is there a way to pick up an energy cell with power in it? Because I always just break the thing and it disappears. Let's go back here. Go warp home. Yeah. Okay. I didn't realize you can store the power. I thought it was just like a thing. It's like one of these, right? I can craft one neutronium cell for every remote thing that I do. I can actually craft another one. That's funny. And like let's say I charge this thing, right? No? Does it not work like that? How do you charge it? It isn't like that. Yeah, that's what I was doing, but it takes like a little bit of setup and I don't want to deal with it. What happens if I throw this in a... I honestly don't know. You know, I'm just going to do what I was doing before. It's fine. There's probably other ways I can do this. Oh, hello. Also, I don't hear the alerts. What happened? Did my alerts break? No, it said you heard it. I didn't hear it on my recording though. Hey, Ruckus. Hello, everybody. How's it going? We're trying to set up a void miner over here. Having a good time. What's going on? Long time no see. I've been streaming in the mornings lately, except now because I'm actually on call for work this weekend. So I can't stream in the morning because I kind of have to be on my phone. And I didn't want to be interrupted at work. Even though I was on call, I only got called. I didn't even get called today. I just got a text saying, hey, one of these test bays is missing an air regulator. You know anything about it? I don't know. I've never done that before. I don't work on that equipment. So I just told the guy who's actually responsible for it, and then he took a nap. Working hard on a weekend morning, great. And I'm going to get an aluminum cable. Hey, Ruckus, how do you pronounce this? Aluminum or aluminium? Let's just get Sniffity mad. Sniffity is a pronunciation elitist. Hey, no worries. I appreciate the raid. Take care, man. Thank you. See, Ruckus is one of the cool ones. Take care. As for everyone else, you're stuck with me. I'm figuring things out. So the long-term goal today, or the major goal today, is to aluminum. He's spelling it aluminum. Anyways, but aside from that, to everyone who joined, I appreciate it. Thank you. But one of the major goals we're doing here is we're learning about the Naquadah reactor because this is one way to get a good amount of power. Right, just using the Mark II Naquadah base fuel is 2.3 million, which is a little over than a UHV amp. We're setting up everything up to get to that point, and there's a lot of setup involved. And one of them is convincing this quantum link chamber to actually turn on. You got to jumpstart it for some reason. Aluminium. My honest thought about how to pronounce it is that as long as we understand what it is, then it did its purpose. All words are made up. If you understand each other, then that's all we need. And then export. Actually, I could just use an ender link, right? No, those are expensive. We're using an export bus. Let's get a P2P going. And then I need to make a batch of black cables because I'm always having to repaint them all. Hello, Akashi. Aluminium. Yeah, it works either way, right? What do you mean you're not connected? Oh, shush. Did I not link? I don't think I linked it back home. Hang on. No, I don't think I did. You're literally connected. Oh, you are connected. Okay, I just was impatient. Sniffity, you're not even British. Relax. No, you will never hear me be a pronunciation elitist as long as it works. Input CPM. There you go. And we'll connect this over to all my stuff. Okay, this guy is going to connect to Xenon. Yes. So we want Xenon in this, and this is going to speed up our stuff there. This guy, we're going to make this P2P a GTEU and connect it to CPM. Double check before it causes explosions. All right, this is input CPM power to LUV, and that is an LUV energy hatch. No explosions will be had here. Connect it. Okay, and then I can do all of that. And then let me connect you guys over here. There we go. And then I'm going to turn this on for a little bit. Missing mining pipe. What are you talking about? Oh, no, you need mining pipes. You're right. Sure, 1,000. They're not that expensive. It's only 96 stainless steel. There you go. Where did Italy come from? We're talking about English pronunciations. There we go. So now you're going to get me a bunch of stuff. But what I'm interested in especially is Quantium. Yeah, Quantium. And Ardite. Because this is going to be used in our atomic separation catalyst. If I look here, not atomic, this stuff here. We're using the Quantium Ardite recipe because we can get both Quantium and Ardite from the same void miner. So I'm gonna, I think what I can do is actually filter this input bus like that. Because then I can get even angrier when people do weird stuff with pasta. You're never gonna let that go, right? The fact that I like to put cayenne pepper in my spaghetti. Like, that's how all food is made. Did you experiment? I might absolutely sure you can get Ardite in... Yeah, you can. Have you ever tried cayenne pepper on spaghetti? Okay, now you register that you have Ardite. And then... If Ruckus doesn't like me putting ketchup on my pizza, I'm sure that wouldn't upset any Italians. All right, okay, hang on. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't think the stocking input bus works as I think it does. I don't think so, because if it doesn't have anything in there, it's just gonna get everything, and I don't want that. Meat Lover Pizza and Hawaiian Pizza was made to put ketchup, but like I can't, like even though I don't agree with you about putting ketchup on pizza, I also put like hot sauce on my pizza, so I can't really can't judge you there. I won't ban someone for enjoying food their own way. All right, so now this has an input bus of Quantium and Ardite, so now this Void Miner is just going to get that stuff. Okay, this should be good to go. This is chunk loaded, all set and ready. Yes, and I think we're good to go. Shush! Getting all so loud here. Now Snippany's taking it too far. It's a weird statement. That's a wild statement. Even then, it is still better than overcooked pasta. Where did you get overcooked pasta from? Snippety shows up just to cause like arguments for no reason. Snippety wakes up and he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna choose violence over here." From one of the images you sent in Discord of a pasta dish you were having, I really live in your mind rent free, don't I? I don't remember that. I should put one of them. You can tell when pasta's overcooked. That's a thing. I mean, I imagine that's a thing, but you could tell. Okay, let's just go home. This should be good to go. You lived on my server energy free when you stole the creative cell. You literally gave us the creative cell so that we can move bases. And then I won't speak after that. Actually, now that I think about it, that's not going to work. This isn't going to work because our ore muncher, our ore refinery, is set up to accept things from an ender chest. If I send them into the main network with the stocking output bus, it actually won't go into our subnet. I do need an ender chest for this. Ender chest right there. Right there. Then this one will be brown, brown, brown. If I remember correctly. Brown, brown, brown. Right there. Okay, now that should be good. And then Quantium. Get that. We have a whole ton of it in our diet. Throw it back in there. No. I already messed it up. No, don't go in there. You're supposed to go in here. There we go. Now it's dealt with. Okay, now we have a source of Quantium and Ardite. That's the Panama was saying to us regarding the canal. You gave it to us and see where that is going. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm trying to play Minecraft. Excuse me. That should be good. Okay. What else do we need? How much liquid air do we have? Now 64 million plus a whole bunch of other in the giant output hatch we have over there. So one of the things I need to think about, where the heck is this thing gonna go? It's not super large compared to a extra large turbo plasma and gas turbines. Let me get my good stuff on. I think it's not as large as these guys. And if I were to put it over there where I would like it to be, moving whatever power that it generates would be kind of a pain. And I don't know if I'm ready for that. I can probably... No, so I think what's best is to just leave it next to the supercapacitor. So we have some options. I can even move the supercapacitor entirely. Like this setup over here, because it's not really connected to... Oh, it is connected to some stuff, but I'm gonna have to move that around here. Or I can just put the Naquadah reactor over here, which is probably what I'm gonna end up doing, just so that it's right here. By the way, Phoenix, have you seen Sniffity? Have you seen Phoenix? She has a wire cutter restraining order. It's been an inside joke all the way since what's it called? Season 1. We have custom NPCs into here. She has a restraining order with the wire cutter. Not allowed to use the wire cutter, but you can clearly see that she's not listening. Is Quantium in here? It is. Am I not dealing with this stuff? Hang on. I'm not. Not yet. Maybe I should. I'm gonna put this in the thermal centrifuge. There we go. And then, oh, I need to... Now these green dusts. I need more stuff here. Hang on. Ardite. I do have Ardite accounted for. Let me get a drawer. That's this one. I need a void upgrade. And just one for now. You made me a pasta dealer in the last one. That's true. That mod pack was pretty fun. Hot sauce. It was pretty fun. I would love to, and at some point, to set up a community server. I'm kind of curious if people are interested in that. I'll ask around. But very similar to Hot Sauce, where it's just a collection of random mods. Yeah, I think it'd be pretty fun to set that up. I have no plans for it in the immediate future, though. Don't make it creative. No. Oh, no. Lock it quick. Okay, thank you. And then go right there. And you have a void upgrade and storage upgrade. It would not be creative, no. Yeah, I know. There's gonna get a lot of phallic option, like phallic objects all over the place. That's just that's just a thing. People are obsessed with it for some reason. Okay. Heck, even Gage. You know Gage. When we first got introduced and playing Minecraft together way back in high school. It's like, what, over 10 years ago, actually. Almost 13 years ago? That was like one of the first things that was built on our server. We started. And it was made out of obsidian. I don't remember who built it, but it wasn't even like the first obsidian on the server wasn't even used for a portal. It was used to make that. Hey, Snippety, you should talk about that in your psychology course. Why is that? That'd be an interesting discussion, I think. Okay, so this guy, I'm probably just gonna put it over here. Are you as the same width as this? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How wide are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, you are 7. I guess you're going right here. Okay. So right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Controller right there. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there we go. Just to free up the floor of this thing. And then we get my this guy over here. Okay. And then we're going to need all the supporting blocks. So what do we need again? I have everything ready. I need a radiation proof machine casing, field restriction casing, whatever that means. You know, I'm excited that the further we get into the pack, the more ridiculous items are going to sound, and then Sniffity's going to show up and just be like, "What the heck does any of this mean?" Just shift click with the hologram. What do you mean? Does it really? No, I don't believe you. No way. Since when? Oh, I guess if you have a terminal, it does that. Oh, wow. That's so cool. I love that. Thank you. Since you made the terminal. Okay, see, I just I learned so much in the past two episodes getting into the wireless AE2 stuff. So cool. I'm learning a lot. That's what I love about this, like this point of the playthrough. There's just so much to learn. Stop looking up. You need a maintenance hatch. Do you think it's time for me to start investing in auto taping? I think so, honestly. Oh, this man is 300 seconds, though. That's pretty bad. It's what, 5 minutes, right? Divide by 2 because we have a UEV, so divide by 4. That is, let's say 80 seconds. That's actually not that bad. I think I should start investing in auto taping because, let's be honest, all of my machines are falling apart because I never pay attention to them. So I really need to set this up. Now the thing about this one is that I need to study it in auto maintenance in the research station. But we actually don't give the research station enough power. So the server is not on peaceful mode. We're actually on hard mode, believe it or not. Oh, I thought it was on hard mode. Never mind. It's fine. Yeah, we're in a what's called a personal space dimension. So we have to give this more power because right now it is getting 4 amps of UV. Did I upgrade this? How much power is this? Usage is definitely more than a UHV amp, so you need more power. How much power am I going to give it? Just give it a full 64 amps of CPM, honestly. Yeah, do it. Am I going to add more cables to the biblically accurate active transformer? Absolutely. All right, you're getting plugged into here. Actually, can I even... It's going to stick out of the ground, I think. Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. I'm going to need a 64 amp dynamo hatch, though. That should be enough power, right? 64 amp dynamo hatch. Yes, thank you. Break it. Break it. I'm pretty sure you can only put them on these blocks here. You can't actually put anything down there. Unless I'm wrong. Hang on. What happens if I do that? I don't think it likes that. So break that, break the maintenance hatch, put the maintenance hatch up there. Put this guy here. That guy there. No? What the heck? It does work, liar. So do you really not want to work down here? No, it doesn't like it. Okay, it does have to be on this upper part. I'm just going to put it right here. 64 amp. It's energy hatch is what we want. There we go. Okay. And then let's go ahead and start connecting 64 amps of CPM power. I'm probably going to need more of this. I don't know, give me like 200 more. Yeah, we can do that. 64 amps, I'm going to need at least a 4x, because 2x is only 48. That's not enough power. So let's start doing these. There we go. And then I'm going to get a facade just to make it look pretty. Yeah, I need to do these auto tapings. And the one thing I learned here is you can actually shift right click. I wanted to be able to transfer energy. And then connect it with this guy. And then, where's my spray can? It's right here. Does it look different if I color this black? Yes, it does. That's funny. Always wondered about that. What the heck? Well, you're not connected. Okay. And then we connect to the, I'm still going to call it the biblically accurate active transformer. Just look at it. It got so much stuff coming out of it. Oh, I love that. So far, I haven't caused any explosions, which is always a good thing, right? But it could probably happen like right now. Who knows? And that connects there. Just don't cross wires. This is also why I say that Phoenix is not allowed. That's why she has a wire cutter restraining order, because things like this. These cables are probably okay, but will probably cause explosions as if you connect these guys together, because this is a higher tier of power. This is absolutely a safety violation, but like, we got no time to worry about that. I need a dynamo hatch. You are not crafting because the blast furnace is off, I think because we're generating power. Yes. We are generating power, meaning I have to trigger the streamer switch to let the blast furnace run. Yes. But I also have to watch out so we don't actually lose our power. We have 186 billion. That's a good amount. We're actually generating more than we consume. Okay, Sniffity, take care. Thanks for the chat. See you later. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what it was. I was waiting for the power to jumpstart. I'm gonna cancel that recipe. Actually, no, I needed it. Oops. No, you're crafting a lot of motors. So I'm assuming we'll have enough. I could probably scan this, see how much how much power it has. 64, it just tells me 64 amps of CPM. 10 to the 11 EU stored. Where'd you see that? That you or me? I don't think I have 10 to the 11. That's a big number, isn't it? Oh, it is right there. On the thing, 10 to the 11. Yes. 200 billion. Hell yeah. To me, that's a lot, but I bet to you that's like it runs out instantly. Do I even have the auto taping maintenance hatch on craft? No, I do not. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna have to create more of this. One Eye of Harmony generates 100 times that per tick. Okay. That's one way to make me very sad about my current set. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm not that sad. I need to get this stuff here. BrainTech Aerospace Advanced Reinforced Duct Tape FAL 84. Try saying that 5 times fast. Do I even have a circuit 10? I don't know. I think. Because we have this stuff, but this stuff takes a while to craft. I don't even know if I have a circuit 10 anywhere. Ask machine, circuit 10. I do not. All right. I'm going to stick to this then. Refined glue. We also have refined glue that I can use. Do I even have any refined glue? I thought I had just a whole ton of it hanging out. I don't have any glue. I'll stick with the circuit 4 recipe then. Let's make a stack at a time. And then this one is going to go circuit 4. I can only put it here. But I have to replace one of these frame boxes over here. It's not deleting a recipe, it's just moving recipes around. These are both Ask Machine Circuit 4s. It's just that this one has no fluid, doesn't accept fluids. So I just had to move one of those recipes over. Okay. Dynamo hatch is done. And then the superconductor wires. A whole bunch of you. Okay. This thing is getting a little ridiculous. Just don't connect anything. Okay. And then I'm going to turn that guy off. Turn off. Thank you. You're going to get a 64 amp dynamo hatch. And then connect. Like that. Then we turn on. How does it generate power? I've always wondered that. I thought the Eye of Harmony just does like items and fluids. Or is it because of all the stuff it generates, you can get power out of this? So it straight up just generates power also? That's a lot of words. We'll figure that out whenever I get there. Not if, when. We will get there. Oh. It's just a lot of cables here. I could probably reduce the cable spam by like condensing all of those wires into one, right? But nah, it's funnier like this. Oh, items are a byproduct. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. I'd love to get there. How expensive is this? When do we even get this? Ouch. You want stellar plasma matter. What was I doing? Oh yeah, this thing. This should have a lot more power now. So I can also feed the quantum computer power, right? But all it does is make this study faster. So if I were to give this guy the auto maintenance hatch and then give this guy that guy, no valid item. Screwdriver. That is a lot of computation. So I may have to either upgrade this or just let this run forever. And to make stellar plasma, you add more parallels and it needs more and more power. For that, you build power. Yeah, okay. Or 100. How much power is this consuming? Hella power. Actually, not that much. Let me double check here. Oh yeah, it's only going to consume like 2 million, right? Even though I have a lot of power going into it. That's crazy though. I know I always say that I'm not going to like deal with machine spam, but I'm going to have to at some point. But I'm trying to avoid that as much as I can. I'm going to just put everything back. I need the brain tech stuff. One of them is okay. I have to rename this for it to work with the auto taping. Actually, no, I don't. If I keep it in the up tier, let's just, yeah. I'm gonna keep it in the up tier machine because that's a very big recipe, and I'm only gonna make a couple at a time. So this guy is going to be here. Wrong one. Yeah, as long as I keep it in the up tier ass line, it's not gonna conflict. No. It'll only conflict if I put things in here. But this is UEV power, so I definitely want it there. Interface terminal ass line. Put in the up tier one. That one. There we go. And this guy is gonna this is gonna take a while. If I were to stop the computation, like the research computer, it's gonna, does it stop this? Like, how do I speed this up? I'm kind of scared of touching it though. I'll leave it there. We're not really in a rush, right? This could be an overnight thing. Maybe it'll finish by the time we're done with the episode. I'll come back to it. The whole reason I wanted that was to get maintenance hatches, but it's not going to break within today, right? So I'll go ahead and put that guy right here. I imagine I can put it there. Okay. We'll come back to that. So is a quadruple input hatch sufficient for this? Trying to think here. So what's the best way to deal with this? You absolutely need somewhere to keep your liquid air. I'm going to give that just a normal input hatch, I think. I should probably stay away from quadruple hatches because they don't have as much capacity. You know, give me 10 of 10 input CPM hatches. These are pretty nice. And then, so what would you recommend? Like, should I bother with the increased output? Like increased efficiency? I definitely should use increased efficiency, honestly. And I should go for cryothium for sure, and then can consume excited liquid to increase the output power and fuel usage. So that's probably something I also want to do. All right. Molten atomic separation catalyst. 16x power. This stuff seems pretty strong, actually. So I want a way to mass produce. If I'm gonna like really commit to this and really get it producing power, I'm gonna want the best possible. So I should probably prepare for that right away. So cryothium is something I'm gonna need. We have 16x power and fuel usage. So we might not even have. We have to craft it faster, right? Is the other concern. Now, another question: does it take time for it to charge up? Like, you know how these machines over here. Oh, you absolutely need to get fixed. Hang on. Uh-oh. Does that even work? Nope. I'll leave it there for now. Like, it just automatically generates power. Like, these guys have an efficiency that charges up. If it doesn't, and that helps me make some more decisions. Because if it doesn't have to charge and it just generates power like that, then that means we can get away with just giving it a little bit of fuel and turning it on as we need. And just having it run whenever it has fuel. Is what I'm thinking. Okay, so how come it doesn't like the maintenance hatch? Any, oh, it literally says any bottom. Okay. All right, I guess you're going to go here. Let me get a maintenance hatch over here. We're getting auto taping pretty soon, so I don't have to worry about this anymore. Don't worry about it. Yeah, that one works fine. I'm going to break this. That's going to shut off, and then I'm going to break that. There we go. There we go. And then you probably have to have maintenance issues. Yes, you do. Because with like power generation machines, you always want them repaired because they lose a lot of power whenever they have maintenance stuff. Okay. So we're going to have one of these inputs for liquid air. Another one for the catalyst and one for the actual fuel. Probably just put everything like that, right? Then just and then we give it a thick dynamo hatch. I might as well just give it a very big UV dynamo hatch, right? I might as well. Like, how much power is that? I shouldn't give it that much power. I can afford it. Do it. Yes. And then you need a matching 64 amp energy hatch for the supercapacitor. That one. And one thing I'm concerned with is the supercomputer taking up all my power. We have nothing to worry about. Streamer switch does need to be on. How far ahead are you? And it'll finish today. Take a while though. Okay. So let's get all my connections over there going. Yes, I'm just gonna start connecting everything to AE2 as whenever I can. So I can really just plug this in anywhere and it figures it out, right? Like I just put that there and it works. If it works like that, that's amazing. I love that. Okay, cable. Then we have export buses for all this stuff here. You also need a output bus, right? Or output hatch for this, the actual waste output. Bound to that. Then we'll go feed this guy over here. There we go. No, I need the radiation proof machine casing. Put that guy right there. What are you talking about? Do you need like a muffler? One dynamo hatch. I think you're just missing the dynamo hatch. Okay, you're missing the dynamo hatch. Oh, we actually crafted it. I'm actually a little impressed that we was able to finish. Yeah, dynamo hatch can go. This guy is gonna go right here. There you go. And you go straight into the supercapacitor. Yes, okay, you're done. There we go. We have our large Naquadah reactor. It's not really plugged into anything, but it's built. You've done it. And that's it. No, that's not it. So I'm going to start giving this some fluids. This one is going to be for liquid air. And I think just to be sane, that's a lot of liquid air you want to accept. Let's give it some acceleration upgrades. So we have a way to craft the fuel. We need to give it the best efficiency and the best power thing. So we need to be able to craft atomic separation catalysts a lot more efficiently. Right. I don't think we're anywhere near the spatially enlarged fluid. That's doesn't seem like something I've ever heard about. Nuh-uh. The heck is a plasma version of it? Yeah, not happening. Acceleration cards. Okay, so this one I'm gonna give it the atomic catalyst stuff. Yeah, this stuff here. All right. And this one, I want this to have cryothium. Do I not have cryothium in storage? I can craft it, but it's not very efficient. Where am I even crafting snow? Oh, I think I have it in the fluid solidifier, which is really funny. I think. I don't even know where I'm crafting this. Yeah. No, I think I will commit to a cryothium B. I said I didn't want to do it. But we have options here. I guess you can just get cryothium from the bees. And this one is, we might have coolant. I don't think we have the coolant B actually, but we have mutagen and things, so we should be okay. We might as well use the beads right now for what we have. And I feel like that's something I should do off camera. I always say that, but then I never end up actually doing it. Another option we have is just to use exterminate entity crushers, actually. I guess this does give us, cryothium does. It's not as much, but it also gives us the blizz rods. And this is one way we can do, one way to just mass produce cryothium. All right. But this also needs saltpeter and nah. All right, fine. Bees it is. Let's get a cryothium bee. Let's not be lazy about it. Man, I haven't done bee breeding in a while and I don't want to. Kind of forgot how to do it. It's been a while. I have to just bring all of that stuff up here. That's where all the bees are. So what I need for this is a redstone bee. Yes, thank you. And the cryothium one. This guy needs redstone and coolant. I don't think we have any coolant bees. No, I don't think so. Okay, so how do you make this? Icy and glacial. We might have icy, I'm pretty sure. Icy is one of the base bees. No? No, wintry is one of the base bees. I guess I don't have icy either. Is it here? Icy? Nope. What about glacial? Okay, so we just need... Okay, we're going to need icy. All right, let's get some wintry. That's ignoble, and I don't really want to deal with ignoble, so I want to deal with pristines only. Let's see if I remember how to do this. I do have a lot of mutagen in here, right? Yeah, enough for one more batch. We can always just get more mutagen because we have that. Thank you. I got too much mutagen out of that. Okay, thank you. Now, yeah, wintry, and how do I get icy here? Wintry and industrious. I have a wintry princess. I just need industrious drone. All my industrious ones are, I think, over here. Where is it? Do I not have it? Could have sworn I had it somewhere. Hang on. Industrious. I got a million of them over here. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to use a mutatron. There you go. Okay. So that's going to give us Icy Princess. At least I hope it is. Yeah. Unless it has like multiple options. No, it doesn't. That'll give us Icy. And then Glacial Drone is just Icy and Wintry again. And then the bee breeding to get the stats up. Oh, no. I don't want to do that. The heck is that? It's been a while. I think this is where I have all the stuff here, right? Yeah. What's up? Breeding for stats on UHV. Don't we need to do that to like min max it? You know, I didn't even think about that. I forget there's a whole bunch of other machines. How does this work? Am I really gonna like spend the time crafting it? I think, oh no, what are you doing? I gotta deal with this. The xenon comes. This is a big mess out here. This entire B network is just kind of trash. I just haven't dealt with it in so long. All right. The quest line is take a look at here. Take a look at it there. I kind of like ignore the bees after a certain point. No, it's how to be. Yeah, all of this, right? You'll need neutronium bees to make this. And we already can make neutronium bees kind of relatively easily, I think. Genetic imprinter. This powerful machine, you can inject gene samples, which allows you to alter any aspect of your bee, tree, or butterfly. The gene sample or pattern will not be destroyed. Oh. Maybe I shouldn't be ignoring the mega apiary. Right. The bigger reason why I'm ignoring it is not even the fact of bees, but like it's this. I just don't want to deal with it. But if I spend the time to like really fix it up, then it's gonna probably be really good. Okay, you've convinced me. Let's spend the time here. Let's make sure our power is doing good. It is doing good. Okay. Beware can kill the princess. Okay, yeah, I'm aware. It works similar to the Mutatron. It does that too. So let's say I want. Let's complete the quests here. We want blank gene samples. Burning, actually completing quests. What the heck? Never. You never would have thought that such a thing could be possible. If you've watched me for a while, you would know I just don't complete quests because I can't be bothered sometimes. I need the gene sample. I need 256 of these guys. What are you stuck on? Why are you here? The heck? Is there any? Did a recipe change or something? Why are you there? Creates one blizz dust with one snowball. What? I don't remember doing this. This might have changed. Yeah, it definitely changed. The recipe changed. Okay, take that out. It's fine. I'm gonna wrench it up like that. And then cancel that. Bye. We'll figure you out later. What are you stuck on? The heck? Oh, you know what? The dust is made. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I still have one of these guys. IV Macerator doing the dust. I'm just gonna put it in the ore muncher for now. All of the stuff, I'm just like leaving it there. Just throw it all in there. You need a lot of red alloy dust. Have to take it out of the storage. And throw it back in there. There you go. Easy. Okay. And then I need the gene samples. And okay, it's a quest complete. Actually completing quests, and then genetic template. Genetic template. I don't have a recipe for that. This guy. Just do this one over here, and that's a blank assembler as well. Right there. Finished pretty quick, actually. That's another quest. Templates are used to combine multiple gene samples into one large batch. It can be used to apply multiple traits at once, but you can also replicate a bee from liquid, DNA, and protein. If you manage to fill all 13 traits in one template, these templates can also be copied, just like small samples. Sure. Genetics lab where? No, I guess I don't have a pattern for that either. Then let me just make a stack at a time. That there. And let's craft 256 of you. There you go. How far is our maintenance hatch here? If it's done, then I want to start crafting a couple of them. You're almost done. 60% of the way there. Crafting a little bit of mutagen. Did you get stuck or what? Oh no. Probably deleted yourself somewhere. Oh no, it's over here actually. Oh no, it's working. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Quest complete. Now all of these machines, DNA extractor. And I don't think I need to worry about that. It's probably useful. I won't worry about that either. Arnie's blender. Raw meat into liquid protein, which is used to create bees from scratch. Which has absolutely nothing to do with breakfast. Genetic sampler is probably the one I want, right? You can extract a random trait from any bee, sapling, butterfly, or flower. The bee sap, whatever, is destroyed in the process. This is the one I want, right? Okay. We have a lot of breeder bees I can use for this. So I need to be able to. Is there a way to like get the missing items from this? No, it's fine. So I need a way to make all of that. So I need genetics processor. That's just a blank assembler. Right here. That goes there. And then that's done. That's done. Osmium gear. Don't remember if you have that available. No. So craft an osmium gear in a extruder. Large gear. You don't have any space. Let's go get the patterns into there. There we go. Okay, I can actually put that there. Okay, that's done. Bee receptacle. Nope, can't craft it. You're going to learn how to craft it. That is a pattern terminal. So put this in a molecular ass. That's done. Hardened casing. I think you have that. You don't. Okay, make a pattern for it. Blank assembler. Goes right there. And then I highly doubt I have that power module. It doesn't sound like anything I've ever made in my life. Nope. This is a crafting table recipe. Like that. I should have those combs, right? Because I should have those combs. But this is a molecular ass. Okay. So if I try to craft it now, this guy here. Yeah. I had to craft it in a normal one. Are you stuck on somewhere? On something? No, you're not. Craft. You're missing that. Okay. So you need osmium bars, which is another recipe. All these recipes I keep adding. And then plutonium. I think we have a plutonium bee. I just need to leave in there for a little bit. Circuit 3, right? Yes. Lost my train of thought. I don't have a circuit 3 ass machine. I do, but it's in the old setup. Yeah. Right there. And then plutonium comb. I think I have plutonium bees somewhere. Yes, I do. Then I can put that guy up here. Has problems, of course you do. Just need to let you run for a little bit so I can get the like a couple of plutonium combs. Okay. And then we'll check here. I highly doubt you have any space in here. Yeah, no, you don't. Get those guys out. Where's my plutonium combs? I gotta really deal with this stuff here. Let me figure this out. It's the xenon stuff for sure. Oh, it's just not going in here. That's why. Okay, so if I just filter that out, you should be okay. Yeah, it's the xenon that's just taking up all the space. I think got filled up instantly. What's even in there? It's xenon. You're still in there. Get out. What the heck is 1 million centrifuge ore? Oh no. You even have so many acceleration cars and you're going so slow. I wonder why that is. Actually, no, go ahead and just do this. I just need 1 plutonium. Thank you. Thank you. You can deal with everything else. I'll fix that at some point. I'm gonna have to redo the B line, I think. It's struggling a little bit. B receptacle. Let's craft another couple of those things. You don't know how to make osmium rods. Of course you don't. That'll be in a extruder. Extruder rod. Yeah, right there. Okay. So if I try to craft this one, put it over here. Actually, there you go. A9. What's popping is me finally dealing with bees. I've been trying to avoid bees for so long. Like, I set up the mega apiary, but I haven't done any bees after that. And I've just been avoiding it because mostly, yeah, I've just been avoiding it. Like, you know, if I'm not going to deal with this, no one's going to deal with it. I probably should. And it's like all the fault for like, look at this. 1.6 million aluminum is just hanging out there. 2.2 million aluminum. And then 2. That's whatever. Okay, so bees are pretty good. I actually don't mind them. It's just it gets a little tedious. But I also had some help, especially from Anthropod, that made me realize that I'm making it more tedious than I need it to be, than it should be. So I'm trying to get into more advanced bees, like genetic sampler and things like that. Because a big reason I'm also avoiding the bees is because I don't like breeding. But that should make things a lot easier. Other than that, I know it's been a while since we last chat. So I guess a little catch up is overall biggest goal we achieved was infinity ingots when we got our first neutronium energy cell and also infinity booster card. So we've been doing that. We're at infinity now. Very nice. And I'm trying to advance into the pack, of course. And I figured that we want to get more power before I continue. Like, our power can support us for a while, but if I want to move further, I need to start doing something else. And I wanted to learn about the Naquadah reactors, so I built a thing, and I'm trying to figure it out. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get everything to be able to support a Naquadah reactor to run. Yeah, I was reading into it and like it seems pretty good. So I'm gonna learn about it, and we have the fuel. It's like we're crafting this now, and we just need all the supporting fluids, like liquid air. We have that being pumped from Barnard or some planet out there. Cryothium to cool it down, and then get a way to make atomic separation catalysts a lot easier. And we already made some progress there. Next step is cryothium, which is what I'm learning bees for. So I'm trying to get back into bees for that. So anything past Mark whatever is Mark 3, right? You need the fuel refinery for this, right? I don't think we're right there. I don't think we're here yet. Actually, probably, yeah, we are. No, we're not. I need UEV circuits, so I'm not at UEV yet. So, this would be a good thing to have. But my current like plan right now, or my train of thought is get the Naquadah reactor, right? Get that going with Mark II power for now. Use that to help me get UEV circuits. And I'm sure you know the UEV circuits unlocks a lot of things. With that, I can finally fix my ore processing setup, which is kind of, I'm sorry, it's kind of ass. But that's what I'm doing. Like once I get UEV circuits, it excuse me, frog in my throat. It unlocks a lot of things for me. But we're gonna get the better power first. Forgot what I was doing. Be receptacle. Thank you. There's so many what do you call it? Abbreviations. I don't have Naquadah combs. You're lying to me. Small osmium gear. I can make that. I'm also getting used to the universal terminal. I still got some things to get used to. Beceptical. Absolutely. See, Atropod knows what he's talking about. I know I have Naquadah combs. Thank you. It's from the leftover combs I just haven't dealt with. And once I get the integrated ore factory, I don't know. What I'm thinking is I want to get rid of subnets and have everything just crammed into my main network. Of course, that's going to mean also dealing with my storage here, making an actually appropriate ME storage because it's still using 64Ks. Heck, we're still using 1Ks over here. I should probably deal with this. But we got plans. I want to get away from drives or from storage drawers as well, and maybe use like what do you call it? Cell workbench, like filtered drives. Maybe do that. I don't know. Have a thick drive for one item. Who knows? I don't know. I'm thinking about it. So genetic sampler. We just need to craft it. Go for it. We're also studying something in the research computer. That's almost done. Look at that. This thing is taking me like 30 minutes or something. Probably closer to an hour, actually. Hurry up. They're pretty cheap too. You mean the integrated ore factories, right? Can I search for the abbreviation? You can. Yeah, okay, so they put the abbreviation in the tooltip. That's cool. I mean, it's pretty expensive, but we can craft it. I know we can. But these UEV circuits are kind of ass. We'll get there. We got to work on it. One step at a time, though. I want to get the Naquadah stuff going. But that's probably going to be my next step is ore factory. Because if I'm going to really support everything, I need better resources. And I absolutely need to do that. Because I'm having to like manually deal with the B stuff. I'm having to like manually deal with this also, all the like this. And it takes some time every time I set up something, right? Trying to save time here. All right, what's crafting? Whatever was crafting finished. So we have the genetic sampler now. Great. How the heck does this work? Do you need power? Yes, you do. Right there. Okay, so how does this work? These bees have all the traits that I like. Excuse me. What does the quest tell me? With this machine, you can extract a random trait from any bee. The bee will be destroyed in this process. Each process requires an empty gene sample and some labware. Resulting sample is random, so make sure to recycle the extra gene samples you don't want. Sure. So, gene sample. So if I put that guy there, and they give it like... You're a little slow. Give me a world accelerator. Yeah, we thought the same thing. Give me the ZPM one, I don't care. Oh no, I have to craft it over there because I don't have access to shift crafting or control crafting for some reason. Yeah, just do it. It's fine. It takes a while. All right. We'll wait here for in the meantime while it's getting ready. So we have... I mean, I don't really care about those, but I'll keep it because that's a good one. So I just have to keep putting stuff in there, right, until it actually gives me what I want. It's not that super slow either. So what I'm looking for is does nothing. Wow. I'm going to just do one at a time. So you can like recycle these, right? Yeah, by recycle, I mean trash. Only the best day and night. Species, majestic. I don't really care about that. We have infinite majestic bees. Bye. So what am I looking for? Let me get my beealizer out. Really, the only thing I care about is the lifespan and the production. Fertility would be nice to have, actually, but I don't really need to do it if I'm gonna be, breeding everything genetically. So I won't worry about it. I'm gonna keep day and night around here. I'll keep everything, actually. Might as well. Oh, it's actually almost done. Look at that. The heck, you're fast? I didn't realize we're crafting ZPM parts that quickly. Fertility 4. Heck yeah, it's a good one. Okay, give me the accelerator. I absolutely want a lever and a machine controller for this. And a coil. All right, so this guy is right here. And then give you a lever and power the thing. This is ZPM, right? Yes. There we go. Actually, I forget which mode it needs to be on. Soft mallet, right? Machine processing enabled. Oops, wrong one. Screwdriver. Tile entities or blocks? I don't know. Just turn it on and see what happens. Tolerant flyer. I don't want that. I don't think that works, so you do have to be on this mode, I guess. Flowers. Oh yeah, okay, sweet. Okay. Okay, it's gonna get flooding really fast. Hang on. Give me like a compressed chest or something. Thank you. Just throw everything in here while I figure this out. Just go, everything just go in here. Just give me everything. Yeah, just give me everything. We have I think we have a lot of majestic bees over here actually in the cursed setup. Yeah, this is where all our bees are. All right, and then just throw everything in there. And then we'll fish out everything we want right now. Just gonna get everything here. Thank you. Turn that off. I gotta remember to turn it off so that I don't lose power, because that's like 6 amps of ZPM, right? That's not nothing. So fertility 4 is great. We want ignores day and night. Yeah, that's an okay one. Cave dwelling, does it matter if it's false or not? Flowers, you will make it flowers so it doesn't complain. Temperature tolerance, no, we don't want that. Here's some species. Effect does nothing. Well, these are all the effects, does nothing. Yeah, okay. And then flowering average, I don't think it matters. Lifespan longest. Yes. Okay. Tolerant flyer, speed blinding. And then everything else doesn't really matter, right? I don't think this matters. Do any of these stats matter for bees? I don't know. Let's see here. No, I think it has all the stats that I care about. Yeah, okay. And then what do? I combine everything with this thing? Let's use a crafting table. Actually, we have one in my hand. So this guy is going to have, can be applied to a bee. Ignores day, night, true. Flowers, speed, blinding, lifespan, longest. That's really all I care about. Let's try that. So how the heck do I do this? How does this work? And then it's the genetic imprinter, right? With this powerful machine, you can inject gene samples, which allows you to do that. The gene sample or pattern will not be destroyed. That's what this guy is, right? What's the difference? What's a genetic transposer versus an imprinter? DNA samples of species and traits are pretty valuable. You always should keep at least one of each gene sample you get your hand on. Oh, it just lets you copy gene samples. Okay. So we want the imprinter next. Let's craft it here so I know what I'm missing. Oh, we can actually just do it. Craft. What do you need? 2 septicles. And then power module. Let's craft 3 of them, sure. And then power module. Just craft one of you. Go for it. And then osmium gear. Sure, just craft a couple of them. Okay, this is going to take a while to craft. I think what I'm going to do is, let me get this first. No, okay. You need a couple of HSSS screws. I haven't taken my break yet, so I should probably do that. So let me get a couple of the stuff crafting. This is finished, so I think also while we're waiting, let's see if I can get a couple of taping maintenance hatches. And then I'll take a break and we'll come back. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So, auto taping. Give me 3 of them. These are going to be for the multi-blocks. We're gonna probably want more. The power generators, the 3 big ones we have. We're probably gonna want more, but this is very expensive. So maintenance hatches are probably overnight craft, but I can start it up for a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna take a break. Yeah, it's been 2 hours. I just realized. All right, I'll be right back. I appreciate everyone's time. Thank you. I'll be right back. Give me a couple minutes. See you.
No.
I'm so scared. Man, if it let me put down my water bucket, I would be steaming through this course right now. Okay, no, I'm okay though. I'm okay. Too close. What? It was nothing. I put myself through danger for no reason.
It's because he fell down, he tripped, I was stupid.
Bro, I look up, bro, and all I see is minus. I'm like, God damn it. I think we're just being introduced to them.
Yeah, so right?
Whoa.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah. It's my rubber band ball. Look at him go. Now, if you didn't know, I have a rubber band ball that I'm growing. I mostly bring it up on the streams, but I thought I'd bring it up on the Let's Plays as well. And here he is. So I kind of wanted to try something. I'm probably going to regret this a lot, but let's say every like I get on this video, I will add 1 rubber ball or 1 rubber band to it. I have a whole pack of them here, just waiting to be used. Is it going? It scared me. At least Ben survived. Oh no. Oh yeah, that's the whole base. Goodbye. Okay. Oh yeah, you absolutely want to be careful because if you don't do it correctly, goodbye to your entire base. Alright. Let's go check what happened to the rest of the base. Okay. Hello, welcome back. Okay, where were we? I was... Okay. I was crafting these... There's no way it made any progress while I was out, right? Yeah, absolutely not. Yeah, no, you're gonna take forever. Cancel it. I don't need everything right now. I don't need those right now. Our base has shut down, so I'm gonna turn off the streamer switch so we can save our base if we consume too much power. Nothing action. Just take a second and you'll see the man that you thought was there. Where are you stuck on? Did you get stuck here? I don't know actually. I don't think you got broken anywhere. Probably got stuck trying to make another recipe. You might need europium actually. Or I don't actually know. Is it the streamer switch? I'm gonna turn it on just in case. It's bad enough. And I said, I'm sorry I couldn't give you everything. Why are you stuck? It looks like it's stuck on the chemical reactor. What's going on here? No valid recipe found. Did something get stuck here? Doesn't look like it. No, you should be okay. Nothing got stuck here. No, nothing seems to be broken. That's a little weird. It might even just be the blast furnace, actually. Let me double check if there's something stuck in here. Nothing there. Nothing there. I'm confused. Blast furnace. It might be the blast furnace. No? I'm so confused what happened. Cancel the recipe and then restart it, see what it's missing. If I try to craft this, it's missing those receptacle things. Let's try crafting 2 of these. Got them. And then if I do that, you just need that guy and this guy. I don't know why it got stuck. Yeah, it's still stuck somewhere, and I don't know why. So these recipes it's all the chemical reactor. The chemical reactor's not working for some reason. I wonder why that is. I don't actually know. Excuse me. You have blocking mode. You have advanced blocking card. You're set up correctly. Unless you have a different storage cell in there and you're not supposed to. Maybe there's something in there that it shouldn't be. These guys don't have anything in there. Let's try crafting one thing at a time. So one of the items that's not crafting right now are these guys. The streamer switch is on though, so you should be running. So confused. Cancel it. Multi-layer for the fiber reinforced circuit board. Schedule the fiber, this stuff here. Oh, it might be the chemical bath. I remember when I tried crafting something and it broke. Yeah, snowballs are in there. That's what it is. I forget that the chemical reactor is one of the first things that are actually try to attempt to craft in there. There's nothing in there, but I don't know why the snowballs are in there. Thank you. How about now? Now you should be okay. Did you get snowballs in here again? What's going on here? No. Input hash, there's nothing in there. Let me do this here. I'm so confused. What else is stuck? We got to figure this out. Something is stuck somewhere. This is waiting on that. It's the chemical bath. It just keeps acting up. Yeah, it needs the chemical bath, like for these quantum stars. The chemical bath is acting up for some reason. It's not able to put anything in here. So I think what I'm going to do is cancel that. Just replace this. Yeah, because, oh, that's what the heck are you doing here? That's what it was. I remember seeing this on someone else's stream. That's right. This looks familiar. Where they were trying to figure out why it was like not working. I forgot. I think it was Geronimo actually. Now that I think about it. Yeah, so I remember this. I had rated someone. It was Geronimo, I think. And we were trying to he was trying to debug, like, what the heck is going on? Things are not crafting. And it took a while, but we found out that there was a fluid packet stuck in there and it just broke everything. This is a dual interface. So I don't know what happened to the craft. It's whenever I was trying to craft Blizz for whatever reason. I took off that recipe though. It's not doing anything. So I don't know what happened, but that was causing everything to break. Yeah, it was stuck in there and it just didn't let any other fluid because because there was a fluid in there. Of course, blocking mode was like, nuh-uh, you ain't putting anything else in here, and it broke everything. Yes, that's what it was. Basic troubleshooting skills. See, I told you, it's all you need. It's not even troubleshooting skills. Another a very important skill you should have is understanding when to just nuke it. Something ain't working, just break it and then put it back together and it should be okay. No, I don't have a non-fluid pattern. So I think what had happened was the recipe changed. So before, when we were making Blizz powder, it was also in a chemical bath, but the recipe changed. The recipe used to be Snowball and Molten Blaze. And it freaked out. Now you need liquid nitrogen. We're not going to do this, right? Because we're just going to get cryothium from the bees. But that's what had happened. It just completely broke. So I guess while that's crafting, I'm going to... there might still be leftover stuff. No, it's crafting. I saw it. Let's deal with this while it's going. We can craft a hyper acceleration card, right? This is also for the IO port. Absolutely, I want this because I'm going to have to deal with so many items. Let's make this. So it's a circuit 2. Circuit 2. No space, so let's go and add some patterns to this. Okay. I'm just going to, I should have them all, sure. Right there. And I would like, you think one is enough? You need to craft the LUV World Accelerator as well. You can put that in an assembly machine. I'm already here. I might as well just put the pattern in right there. I would like one hyper acceleration card, please. Thank you. That should help me out deal with this storage. So once I get the ore factory, I'm absolutely going to be moving the apiary. I'm going to put it to a more permanent spot in the main base. I don't know where. I got to do something about this. I got to clean this mountain. I don't like how that looks. I tend to go that route, by the way. Whenever I try to fix something, if I don't understand it, why is it broken? Start from scratch. I'll build it from the ground up. I do that a lot at work. I'm gonna admit it. Is that the best way to approach things? I can't answer that. I don't know. But for me, whenever I like break something down, build it back up from the beginning. That's a very generic statement, by the way. But I do get to figure out, learn about the thing. I guess an example is Windows XP. One of our testing equipment is based on the Windows XP operating system. Say what you want about it, but for us, it's not. It doesn't work very well, and so there's very limited support for it. So if anything goes wrong with the PC, oh, good luck trying to fix it. And last summer, it absolutely blew up, that PC, poor PC. So I was tasked with trying to figure out, like, try to fix the thing. It took me forever. And there was a point where I was like, you know what? Just start from scratch, rip it apart, set it up from the beginning. And I got it working. You're still stuck? There's a fluid packet in here. Can I actually scan it? Oh, I didn't set up the blocking mode. I'm sorry. Apple style. Oh, your computer broke it. No, we didn't get a new computer. I was like, basically recreated like the whole application from the start. I don't know how to explain it. It was good times though. I was trying to figure that thing out. It took me like a week though. And this is also like a very old product. You know, not something that we care to deal with. I always get the weird products for some reason at work. They always throw me at projects that no one else wants to deal with it. I don't know if that's good or bad because I am like the only one that's able to fix it. And no, I'm not trying to brag. It's just that I have a lot of patience to be able to learn it. And I think that shows here in GTNH too as well. So I always get thrown into projects where it's like, hey, no one else knows what to do. No one else can't be bothered to do this. Can you figure it out? Fine. Genetic imprinter. How the heck does this work? Beats me. I want this to connect to that and to power. I won't really need the sampler, right? Right there. Sampler will just hang out right here. How the heck does this work? I imagine I put that guy there, and then I get the bile stuff. And I don't even have the B for this. Oh, the B's are over here. Okay, so this is everything I need, right? The genetic imprinter is what prints all the good stuff onto the B that I want. Whether it or not it turns pristines to ignobles doesn't really matter to me. It can be ignoble. Yeah, because the mega apiary, it keeps an ignoble bees alive just fine. So I'm not concerned about that. So we have Icy Queen. And we want Glacial. Glacial is icy and wintry. So we get this guy in a alveary or apiary that can actually accept this. I think it's over here. Yeah, you like it over here. Is not jubilant. I don't really care. Just trying to get you to get that bee out of there. Hurry up. It's 5%, right? Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Next step is turn that on, make it quick. And we want Icy Princess and Wintry drone to get glacial. Thank you. Now we have glacial. Let's go ahead and get the bees out of there. You're pristine still, which is great. We're a little lucky. And then hyper acceleration card. You're not done yet. You're still working on circuit stuff. Okay. And then glacial and icy to give us coolant. And then coolant and redstone to give us cryothium. That's what we're looking for. Okay, thank you, thank you. And then we give glacial and icy. No. Yeah, glacial and icy to get coolant. You're still pristine. We're still pretty lucky. And how much you want to bet this is cold, arid. I don't know if you're going to work here. Too cold. Nope. I think we have... Do you have any tolerance, though? Oh, you work here. Okay. Is not jubilant. Miss me with that. Had a little bit of a jump scare, or like a scare yesterday, speaking about that Windows XP computer. Yesterday, it went down again. And I'm not really responsible for that bay, so like one of the supervisor texted me saying, "Hey, are you responsible for this bay?" And I told him, "No, I'm not." I'm responsible for the one right next to it, yes, but not this one. Apparently what had happened was like the PC's battery went out or something and actually popped, is what the technicians were saying. Like you can actually hear a pop. But they figured that out. Looks like it's running just fine now, which means I don't have to deal with it. That's what I love. So, coolant and redstone. You're ignoble, which is not very good. But that is okay. We can always do this for ignobles, but what was I gonna say? We want more ignoble bees, so what I'm gonna do is get some royal jelly. I need a better way of getting royal jelly. I don't have a lot of this. But I do need to deal with this stuff first. So let me get my hyper card, which should be done. Put that guy there. Just make some drones and imprint them. Oh, you're right. So if I... You can also replicate bees from full sample. How do I do that? It's genetic replicator, right? I'll come back to this. I think it's probably just, I can just leave that guy here. No, too hot. Do you work here? You work here. Okay. One day there's going to be a bee that gives like an effect that just murders me on the spot. Oh, you're causing snow. The one you don't want is the radioactive one, because that one just deletes the world, right? Just gonna leave those there. Oh, a coolant drone. So now we want cryothium. Cryothium. So if I give this guy the imprinter, like that. So if I check this guy, oh, get out of there. Oh, you straight up just have all the stats. Oh, that's pretty cool. And then I would just keep breeding that over and over again with this one, right? No, they don't. It doesn't look like it. So I would just keep breeding it over and over again until this one becomes good. I imagine that's the idea. Yeah, we're gonna have snow everywhere, but it's fine. I know I can use it like a world accelerator here, but I don't want to move it. Just enough to get the good stats in here. I just need blinding speed. Yeah, I'll just keep bringing them over and over again. So these guys, I will just throw them back in here until it works, right? Wrong one. This guy. Right. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like this. This place is going to be covered in snow. It's okay. Oops, you're studied, so you're not gonna stack. And this is gonna give me cryotheum, and that'll be one more fluid I can deal with. And we keep checking this until it has the good stats. So you still don't have longest yet. I don't care about those guys. Okay, so let's see if I can deal with this while that's running. If I just throw this in here, are you able to handle everything? No. They actually are, but I think one of the bigger issues is the fact that there is this much centrifuge aluminum. Yeah, you can't even fit everything. Jeez, centrifuge aluminum goes into here. Yeah, this can't fit any of it. So let's upgrade this storage cell here. This is temporary. I need to do this. So we have 4096s. I can actually, I could just use these. Yeah, okay. Get a couple of advanced storage housings. There's probably some others that will need to be dealt with. Yeah, there's more than one for sure. I just craft 10 of them. Okay. Just make a bunch of them. So let's put them everywhere that do not have that. That guy does. This guy does not. This guy does. How bad is Infinity Chest? You know what? You may have a point. It's one of the things I just don't pay attention to. It looks reasonable except for that singularity. I don't know if I want to do that. I can probably do it, but I don't know if I want to. Yeah, no. This like I can probably do it, but I think the time spent building this, I don't think it's worth it. Again, this is a temporary setup. Once I get the integrated ore factory, it's getting replaced. Quantum chests. So this only stores one item, doesn't it? And that wouldn't really work because we have a lot of items going into here. So I need something with a lot of variety, different varieties of items. $10.24. How much do you have? You have 256. This is more. Okay, it looks like everything is upgraded to that. How about you? Yeah. This should help us out with their storage. Okay. And then just go and dump everything in there. Thank you. What do you mean? What's in here? Oh. I guess you don't have enough space to hold that. No, you should go in here. That's weird. Yeah, you should be going into there. I don't know why you're not. Because you don't really have anything in there that doesn't belong. Yeah, centrifuge aluminum ore. That's weird. Unless you're part of a subnet somehow. Priority 0. Might be why. Crushed centrifuge. The aluminum. What if the aluminum crushed is like a different item? Crushed centrifuged. Crushed centrifuge. No, you already know you look fine. Why aren't you accepting the item then? Cringe. You have the space. You literally have the space. Let me decompose these just so I can get rid of them. It's probably struggling because it has nowhere to put the bauxite in there, right? But you want to bet that this is also completely full. What the heck? Where am I? I teleported too far. I'm scared. Over there. All right. Yeah, it's probably what it is. It doesn't know how to... Does it really work like that? Like it's a first try? If bauxite is the first item in here and it has no space for anything, it just gets stuck forever. Because it's like, oh, I can't put the bauxite in here, so I'm not going to even try putting the aluminum. If it works like that, that's pretty interesting. Good to know. Still no. All right, let's try putting these guys there. All right, that can go. And then all of these guys. This is just going to help us, help me deal with all the random stuff here. Yeah. It's just enough space to help me out. That's all I need. Yeah, that's what it was. Oh, the hyper-acceleration card is actually pretty good. And then we had an extra one. Goodbye. Still red, right? Oh, look at that. It really cleared up. Yeah, because really the issue was like 4 million centrifuged aluminum, which is now crammed in here. Uh-oh. Where's the other 2 million then? Where'd it go? I'm so confused. Oh, you know what? It's fine. We have storage space. I just need a little bit to last us until the next stage. Oh, come on. Give me blinding production speed. That's all I want. This went by a lot faster, so thanks, Andropod. Honestly, me doing it like how I was originally doing it, like manually breeding the bees and then getting the good stats over from the Majestic, that probably still would have taken longer. Let's be honest. Honey drop, that one. Okay. And then once we get cryothium, this is going to be producing us that much. Let me check this guy here. So one of the options was me utilizing this to get the cryotheum, but if you see here, yeah, it's never gonna get it. So I think I'm gonna just make another fluid extractor just for cryotheum. And I'm gonna try and not shy away from passive processes as much because I ever since I learned about the wonders of level maintaining, I've been not doing passive processes for a while, and I probably should. Okay, thank you. I'd still need you to get blinding production, sir. And he refuses to get it. Okay. What else can I do in the meantime? Still waiting on that. So cryotheum, I guess we should work on the fluid extractor. Yeah, let's do it. Large fluid extractor. I gotta craft things on the actual terminal. Right there. Craft. A whole bunch of things need to be crafted here. There we go. One thing I want to look into are better solenoids. What's the best one I can reasonably craft right now? Oh, I'm all for crazy ideas. What's up? Yeah, you're right. Fine. Man, we really do want to be patterning everything, right? Like it takes like no effort to do this. It really is. I completely agree with you. Give me. Oops, I didn't mean 1,000. We can actually do it if we had the advanced fluid extractors. That's so funny. That is a pattern terminal. No, I need you to be reinforced glass. Thank you. And then put that in the molecular ass. And then go ahead and craft one. There we go. Quick and easy. Thank you. Supporting blocks. I think I do want to upgrade this as much as possible. Let's use the electrum flux. This is 27 of them, right? Okay. But the solenoids is what I want to deal with. Like, what's the best solenoid I can do right now? We're going to have to do a lot of research, though. It should be fine. We upgraded our thing. I can probably go all the way to UHV. Heck, I can even go to U. Never mind. I haven't crafted this stuff yet, and I don't want to spend too much yet. I think I'll stick to the LUV. Well, I'll use the IV ones because we're not going to produce a crazy amount of cryotheum for this. If I feel like I need to, then yes, I will. But I don't think I'll worry about that. And plus, I already have them. Yeah, it's 7. Let's do it. I'm crafting the coils just fine. And then I need the energy hatch. You're going to be CPM. And I think the glass tier determines energy hatch tier is limited by the glass tier. Okay. So you need borosilicate glass, 36 of you. Not that. We have the glass. So I'm not going to worry about that. And I always forget that you can actually just extract from storage. Bust tungsten steel machine casing. We have plenty of those. And then black steel frame box. Okay. And then let's go ahead and teach this guy. So this guy, I want this to be glass. I want this to use the iridium glass. I want the solenoid to be tier that one. Coils, I want them to be electrum flux. Like that. Yes. There you go. And tell this GT no hatch 1. There we go. And go check on our... Oops. I'll turn that off. Check on this B. Do you have... Finally. Okay. And then I'll just combine you and you. You guys can go away. I just need the queen now. Thank you. And you're done. Put this away. I don't need plutonium. There we go. Let's go ahead and set up everything I'm going to need. I'm going to need another drawer. Do I not have it? One of these guys? I'm always running out. I told myself I was going to deal with the spruce, the lack of spruce, but I still haven't. I'll just put the plutonium queen back here. That works. What are you talking about? It takes that long to make a chest. Oh, because it was stuck on the other recipes. Thank you. I need to paint this the correct way. I don't even remember where the thing is. It's over. Where'd it go? The framing table. Where'd I put it? Could have sworn it was right here. Where would it be? I know I could just make one, but... Oh, you know what? This reminds me. Turn that off. Is it not in here? No. Alright, that's fine. Let's just make one. Framing table. Yeah, I don't know where this is. I thought I left it over there in the OG spot. What are you? Oh yeah, I'm ore filtering. Could have sworn it was right here. Oh well, I'll just build another one. Someone probably stole it. Trims? What the heck is a trim? Really? Look at me doing like manual crafting. Give me a vanilla stick. And I just need 3 trims. 1, 2, 3. Yes, and spruce makes oak for some reason. I forget what patterns I think it's Cupid and Lave. No, it's Aegon. Okay. Aegon. Lave. Now just put that over here at my my stuff out here. Just put it. No one's gonna like that. Break it. Now put it right here. There we go. Thank you. I'm going to need a void upgrade. And one of these guys. Better places. I bet you're stuck on the coil blocks right there. Do I have a circuit 3 ass machine over here? No, I should probably add it. He needs a drawer. He made one. Yeah, I only need one. You know the saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but apparently you can't teach a new one any tricks either. void. That one. There we go. Let it hope for a little bit. So what I'm going to do is turn this on for just a bit. I want this to give me, what do you call it? Some cryothium and Liz combs. Yeah. Just for a little bit so I can filter them over there. Thank you. And cryothium. I'm just going to store them directly. I'll deal with them later. I just want to make sure we can actually access those. I'm pretty sure we could. Yeah. Back to OB for relearning how to play. Apparently I didn't learn anything. Yeah. I definitely didn't learn anything. It's a little funny, right? How come I can't craft any more atomic catalysts? I haven't seen any being made in a while. The heck? No plutonium. I may need to do this then, set up an ore miner for this, right? Where can I get this? Callisto. We do have a Callisto miner. So we'll do that. I'll go to Callisto and set up the ore miner to pick some of that stuff up. Yeah, okay. Warp Callisto. Right here. Hello. Yeah. This is set up to the old system, but the old system still works pretty well. If you need a stack, make 10. Yeah, I know, you're definitely right. This is getting me diamonds and then a whole bunch of other stuff. So we'll keep doing that. I'll break that until I get plutonium. Actually, I can tell this is just filter it right here, right? Plutonium 239 ore. There. It does give me plutonium ore, right? And Callisto, yes. Hurry up. Are you that rare? Oh yeah, weight is 5. That's fine. We just need to trickle them out. I think we already have plutonium ore set up in the ore muncher. If not, we'll notice it immediately. Thank you. And then I can just put the filters back. And then there we go. Okay. We are now getting plutonium. Warp. High onwards. Hurry up. Yeah, it's absolutely stuck because of that. Energy hatch. Definitely have one. Yes, you do. I could probably place it. So where am I going to put this? I have space here, but I don't know if I actually want to do that. I don't think I want to, no. Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. So let's go ahead and add the machine over here. I think we got space over here. Yeah, new one will be right here. Let's get my qubit just to border it. The fluid extractor is a 5x5. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Border. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then border. Just like that. Am I ever gonna learn? I don't know. Who knows? I'm getting messages. One second. Okay. Hurry up. Oh, one thing I should check is if we're actually able to process the plutonium. Bunch of random stuff in here. Does not look like it. Where the heck am I even getting plutonium-241? No idea. But 239 is what I need. Now we have a spot for 238 uranium and lead. I don't know about plutonium though. No, we don't. No, we want 239. This can be put in a... Doesn't matter, so we put it in the thermocentrifuge. Sir, you're so loud. And then we go for plutonium. 239 like that. No, I didn't mean to get that one. I wanted the other one. That one. And then that one will be... We should put you right here because I don't have this anyway, right? Nope. Right there. Okay. Now we have a source of plutonium. Okay. Coils are basically done, so I'll go ahead and start. Yeah, we saw the craft starting. Yeah, I was waiting for plutonium. I don't even know for what. Has problems. What? Did you put hatches where you're not supposed to? You probably did, right? What do you mean has problems? How are you built? Can you really build a multi-block without a maintenance hatch and it works? It's interesting. And then you need an energy hatch. So I'm going to give this a stocking bus. I do have no hatches on, right? Yeah. I just found it interesting that it's still able to build. But you can't really do anything with it because it has no maintenance. That guy right there. And you don't need a muffler, I don't think. Could be wrong. So fluid extractor. This is going to be a stocking input bus to accept just the cryothium. A giant output hatch. And let's give it a quantum tank. No, a super tank. Yeah, I like giving these guys 64 million. They're pretty cheap. So you would accept your item there. And then your fluid would be right there. I don't need this anymore because we're now producing that. I think we can actually turn this on now that we have that stuff dealt with. Yeah. All right. And then you need power. How am I going to power it? It's not connected to the biblically accurate transformer over there. Might need to do that. Power will be back here. Right there. I can't exactly slap a coil on there either because it won't work. It doesn't do that. Trying to think here. What's a good way to do this? How much power do you have? 16 amps, right? Okay. You know what? I'm just going to give it a diode. That works. And a coil. I'm still using the Tesla tower occasionally for things like this. And then superconductor CPM wire, sure. So this guy will be like that, and then like that. And then you can connect the dial there, and then give it a Tesla coil cover. That should be okay. There we go. And then color it cyan. And if I need more power, I can like take the power out of this guy. Okay. So that guy has power now, and then let's connect this over to the A2 network. you're going to have the cryothium things. Yeah, those guys. And then this is going to have the super tank. Okay. And then there's just the input fluid from outside and lock it. And then, oh, you got to prepare yourself. There. What do you mean? You'd literally have cryothium. It's a centrifuge. Oh no. That's okay. We can save it. This still needs a dust. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Am I just gonna put that guy here? No. So I think I'm gonna hijack this guy. This guy, we usually use it for cosmic neutronium, but I should probably just craft a collector. All right. Let me actually let's craft it. This guy is gonna be our how we get our cosmic neutronium. Meaning I can take this guy for whatever I want. And this guy's going to be our general purpose centrifuge. And the only thing, though, is that I need to void something. Yeah, this guy. Hang on, let me check here. And we do have some things still there, I guess. No, I shouldn't do that because the outputs are not dealt with. Hang on. You know what? What I can do is this is probably going to have to be set up to not void, but yeah, the machine is going to have to be set to void access, I think. That way we don't get backed up on cryothium dust. I don't know what else this could be used for. Doesn't look like much. It's just the fluid. I'm going to tell this to void excess fluids. And then I'm going to set up a way to basically ignore refractory wax because I don't want that. I don't care about it. And we have a global trash can over here that I use for a bunch of random stuff. Put that there. Yeah. That's our trash can. Has the high priority. Okay. That way our refractory wax is dealt with. And then this stuff should be okay. What do you mean you're stuck on that? Since when? You need UV power for this? Oh, I guess I tried crafting it last time and I never crafted it because I never knew it needed more power. Alright, fine. You're getting a UV energy hatch. You're also going to need a transformer to step up. Not that one. Yeah, this one's okay. Hey, we're learning. Is it UHV tier? Did I misread it? The heck is that? Proto-Halconite's doing it. Ugh. No, it says UV. Yeah, it should be UV. We'll stick to this for now. Unless, hang on, how slow is this recipe? This guy. You're not that slow. It's only 5 seconds. So we only need a couple of them. I'll stick to this for now. I'm probably gonna have to upgrade it like the next episode, right? Skill issue though. There you go, UHV. And then you can have a transformer. And you need to step up. Step up. And then wrench. All my little tools here. Face it up. And now input CPM. And you're going into a UV transformer right there. Then give this a paint. And there we go. Easy. Also, the vending machine has a big power discount. If apparently, it was able to do all of them. I forget. What's the discount here? 500%. It's pretty good. Okay, and then look at that. We can actually craft a thing. All right, thank you. And then should go and put everything in there. Awesome. Completed a quest by accident. So I'm just going to have this hanging out here. And that means I can disassemble this machine over here for our black plutonium. And I can turn off. No, excuse me. I got something in my throat. Now, what the heck was that? I don't even know what it was. A piece of bug or something flew in my mouth. Anyways, I can turn this off. And then remove the machine controller. So this guy should always be on. Not enough fluid output space. What are you talking about? You? Oh, you need a fluid. Oh, oops. Okay. Output. Patch. Cable. There you go. And now you're running. Sweet. So it's going to deal with leftover radioactive sludge dust from our fuel, whatever. And then we want the cryothium combs to go into here. We already have 1,600 of them. All right, it's going to give us a good amount of cryothium dust. Refractory wax is going to get voided. I don't care about it. Okay, and those cryothium dusts will go into here. And to make sure that we don't overfill with cryothium dust, this is going to be set on overflow. Or on void excess. Okay. Then now this has jelly cryothium. Yeah. I might want to set up more than one thing for fluid extraction here, so I'm going to filter this guy. I might want to. Oops, that one. Heck, this one is already way better than the other machine I have. So I might honestly I might even just replace it. Right? Just move the recipes over there, and then I can decommission this machine, and then just upgrade this one to the max. That's why it'll feel much better. It does have to do a lot though. I'll keep it like this for now. Because I don't want it to stop. We absolutely want a lot of jelly cryothium, but we have that accounted for now. And then if I go here, finally, we have jelly cryothium somewhere. I guess it's the wrong one. Hang on. I can take off recipes to deal with that though. Take that out. Oh, you know what? A storage bus is what I need. That's what it was. There's no storage bus there. Okay, then you can have you. Get a cable. This one would be a gray cable just so that it doesn't get caught right there. Right there. This one, go ahead and store gellicrayothium. There you go. Now it's getting taken out and being put at the Naquadah reactor. Now we have all three fluids accounted for. All right. We don't have the fuel yet, though, now that I think about it. I should probably do that. I don't actually know. What if I level mate? No, I shouldn't do that too much. Yeah, I might want to level maintain that other fuel. Let's try that. See if it breaks. It's over here. How much should I store? Hang on. If I've always wondered how the level emitters with crafting cards work. How does this work? "24-hour supply." That's a lot. Hang on, do a input hatch first of all. That's probably too much fuel, but you know what? That's fine. Let's do a export. Before I do that, let's set up the energy. Energy hatch. This one like that. Level emitter emits signal when something is crafted. Oh, okay. So it's not what I would want. Dynamo hatch. I need the 64 amp energy hatch. I don't even know how much power that's going to generate when it's all set up. Turn that off, and I can put that guy there. Turn that on. Okay. And then I'm just going to assume the thickest superconductor wire. It looks like it's 2x, 64 amps, right? That should be enough, actually. Yes. And also, you should be the color green. What am I doing? You should be blue, cyan. Sir. There we go. There we go. Okay. You think this is enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, no, it's not enough. All right, fine. It's a couple more. Oh, we actually can craft it like right away. Sweet. I'll probably just level maintain it, but I do need to set this up to the power switch. So only when we're actively generating power is when I want that thing to be running. One short classic. Yeah, if only someone warned me to make extras. What are you doing? Where are you stuck? This thing got stuck somewhere. Hang on. Unless the recipe just takes forever. The recipe just took forever. Okay. Hi, Phoenix. Excuse me. UV 64 amp energy, UV dynamo. All right, fine. Go for it. Then we connect. There we go. Just don't trip over the wires. All right, and then we need a export bus. cable. And then a input hatch. This is going to be using the Mark II. This one. There you go. Now I want to see how much it actually crafts or if it just explodes. It's not going to explode, right? I trust you. It just generates power, right? Oh, look at that. Okay. Does it tell me how much? Too late. Currently generates 101 million? What the heck? I don't believe that. It's really that good? Wow. Obviously trying to maintain this is kind of funny, but that's pretty cool. How much even is 100 million? Does this even cover it? Am I understanding that correctly? Yeah, I don't know if it can. What the heck is a UV amp? They should add that to a tooltip. Is that like a possible update I can do, or I can request somewhere? Like, oh, this is like a 4 amp energy hatch. They should add a tooltip that's like 32768 times 4 because I'm gonna have to do it manually otherwise. So 524288. 524288 times 64 is it's 30 million. It cannot even handle it. That's funny. So you're telling me 64 amp UHV energy and dynamo hatch. You can't even handle it. That's so funny. All right, fine. Let's work on that next. Before I turn that thing on, I need we can craft UHV stuff, no problem, but I'm gonna have to add a bunch of recipes. So here we go, recipe grind. I know it's your favorite part. Oh yeah, we have lasers, right? Does it accept lasers? You're right. Okay, lasers it is. 100 million, 101,200,000. Is it 4,000 amps that we would want? Or just future-proof it, right? Make the thickest one I possibly could. Use the UV laser. Should I stick with this one or just make the thickest one possible? What do you think? Because I don't know if I will be able to afford a thick one. These are kind of expensive. I'll just do it. Let's go for, well, first of all, what do I need for this? Chances are I'm going to keep it like that for a while. I might not like upgrade power that much, and like replacing the energy hatches is not too bad. So let's just figure out how much I need. So if I do 101,200,000 divided by 530, I don't remember the number. So this is going to be less than 190 amps. So a 256 one is probably okay. That's crazy. Oh, look, it even tells, okay, so I like these. It tells me the throughput. That's what I like. That's what should be added to the energy hatches. Right? Because these don't tell you the throughput. Like it just tells you, oh yeah, 16 amps of CPM. But the lasers do tell you the throughput. I love that. So yeah, these guys are more than enough because we're doing like 100 million and this is 134. So let's craft a pair of these. And also I already have them. I already have a pattern for them, so I might as well use them. And then a couple of optical fiber cables. Should be okay. That's the wrong one. It's a vacuum pipe. I have plenty. Never mind. Okay, I'm gonna... Yeah, you are able to craft. Yes. I'm gonna borrow the restroom while this is crafting. It shouldn't take too long. I'll be right back. Thank you. Thank you. I'm getting better. I promise you. Is this like an AMA stream? What are we watching? Catching up? We're watching my slow cooker. This is slow cooker Sundays. What the heck is this? A sore from the door? Oh, of course it is. Okay, so the idea with these streams, by the way, is nothing is happening. It's because I always make food. This is the third time I make food in the slow cooker, or I wake up in the morning or afternoon or early afternoon and just put something in there and I hang out for the rest of the day doing my chores and stuff. That's it. That's what I do on Sundays. So I kind of thought to myself, why don't I stream it? So here we are now. Okay, I'm back. There's no thought behind. Thanks for the patience. I had a shower thought. I just thought about something. All right, those are done though. Let's get this set up first. So this is what I'm going to do. I want this to be running nonstop. This kind of makes a little issue with what I was trying to do. I want this to be able to tell me that it's not able to run. So I want like a signal that tells me, hey, if any of this is like having issues, like if you're out of any of these fluids, sound an alarm, right? Something is happening. How am I going to be able to do that? That's what the wireless ones are for, right? Like the advanced ones. So if I do like a advanced redstone transmitter to like 1, 2, 3, 4 of these things. And then connect it to like a howler alarm or something just to tell me, hey, this thing doesn't have enough power. Should probably fix that. Pause that for a little bit. And then I'll give you what's the difference? Injecting terminal 4, multi-blocks extracting. So you get this target and you get the source. Like that. Then I'll just do this. And then we'll paint it green. There we go. Now that's a lot of power that thing is accepting. Okay, let's get these guys going. What frequency should I use? Let me see what I have available. A whole bunch of random stuff. Let's do Reactor. I'm off camera. 6969. Sure. Now just go ahead and just set them all up like that. Frequency 6969. Hang on. You also need like a fluid detector. It's actually what I would rather use, honestly. Forgot about that. Fluid detector. And then I'm going to have a howler alarm. And any frame box, really. We use black steel because I have a ton of it. I'll plug it in up here. You know, next to Phoenix, right there. And then I want the receiver. That's not how you spell it, like that. External. Fluid detector cover. This is just an added security measure because, yes, with all my efforts, you never know when there's something I missed. I absolutely want to get the most out of the fuel. This will also tell me where like my bottlenecks are. Connect everything there. And then I want this to connect to 6969. And then fluid threshold is 0. So if there's like no fluid, I would tell this thing to like sound the alarm and then deal with it like that. Let me get a lamp just to make sure that it's working. Okay. So it's on right now and it shouldn't be because I want this to turn on whenever it's inverted. So right now it's should probably set this to 6969 as well. And then analog mode. Let me see here if it broke. I don't get it. Fluid threshold is, if I set this to like 1 maybe? No, it should be 0. I want this to turn on when there's no fluids. It should be that. But there is fluids, you liar. I can access it from here. 6969. Did I even type it correctly? 6969? Yes, I did. 6969. Yes. I don't get it why you're like that. 4. Sir, you shouldn't be on. If I invert you, you literally don't do anything different unless I update it. Okay, that's weird. If I set it to like 1. Receiver. Now it works. Maybe it just had to be fluid threshold of 1. So I want this to turn off whenever it has like no fluid, or turn on when it has no fluids. So if I take the fluid out, that should be on. And as soon as it detects any fluid, it'll be off. Okay. So and then I can like copy paste the cover. And then I can go ahead and paste them all. That one, that one. So you guys are all set to the same one. And I can set this to OR, right? I want that to be OR gate so that if any of them turn on, that is cause for warning. And then I'll just give this a howler alarm. Right. So if you guys don't know, the howler alarm is I have a data pack for this, or resource pack. Yeah, it makes it I Need Your Love by Ellie Goulding. Just so it doesn't blast my ears whenever something happens. Okay, so if I take this out, it turns it on. Yeah, I Need Your Love by Ellie Goulding, because multi-blocks need love too. And then it turns back off whenever it detects fluid. And then the same thing can be done for other fluids. If I take out separation catalyst, yeah, it starts activating. Because it's missing something. And we'll do that. I can probably also connect it to this guy. And I think I will, honestly. So we're going to need a frame box for this, of course. I think 2 frame boxes. We're going to need a redstone receiver. 2 of them. And a machine controller. So this guy is going to have the machine controller on. Right there. And then let's get some red alloy. Like that. And then I'll connect 2 of these guys over there. One of them will have that one and that one. And I think I should have hang on. Okay, I think I can do this. I have to do a little bit of shenanigans here. So I want this one to turn on. Well, they both have to be on. Okay, let's figure that one to start from the top. I'm going to need an AND gate. Yes, I can use the IC gate, but I don't feel like it. So AND gate here is going to... I need both signals to activate. Break this and then break the other guy too. Oh no, I have both. Okay, thank you. Oh, you're taking her a little slow. I'm also going to want a NOT gate. I got plenty of those. Okay. So you're going to have that guy there. Then I'll go ahead and get my screwdriver. Oops. Like that. Let's do that configuration. So one of them is the master power signal. So whenever the base actively requests power, it's going to be connected to that one. And that one is this one over here. Frequency 69. Like that. Okay. So this is going to tell whenever the base is actively requesting power to activate that guy, in other words. Now, I also want another signal. The one that's going to warn me if any fluids are missing, so I don't go wasting stuff. That's what this guy's going to be for. This has to be a NOT gate. Because it's reverse logic, right? So if everything is all clear, then go ahead and clear that signal and you should be okay. But if any issues happen, then this becomes inactive, which is going to force this AND gate to always be 0, so it will never actually start. Right, and then I can set this guy to also 6969, and then you have ore frequency. And that should be everything, right? So, for example, if we have issues, I can actually show it here. If I take this out, how the alarm starts, oh, hey, there's trouble. Multi-block needs some love. And this disables the signal so that this will always be off. So even if the, it's a little loud, shush. Even if the base requests power, it's still going to be off so that we don't actually delete anything. It's just an extra security measure. I think that should be a good. And just like that, actually, it's ready. All right. I don't know how much power we have until it jump starts. We have about 300 billion left over, so I can force it to jumpstart by just turning this on. Not that one. That's our streamer switch. This is the one. So I can give this a lever to manually turn this on. If we give this power. So this is going to actively... No, it's not. That's not the streamer switch. This is the streamer switch. Wait, no, this one. This is the this is the power requester. That's right. Turn that on. So now all that's going on, and you're not working because I missed something. Hang on, did I give it the wrong signal? You should be on. And then... Why aren't you working? You are a receiver external, and this is a transmitter 69 frequency. But you straight up have power. Aren't you accepting power? You think it's because of this wire? I don't think so. Why are you not working? There is only one transmitter. I want this to turn on, sir. Hang on. Are you gonna make me move it one back? You probably are. Hang on. So if I turn that on, I have no idea why it's not turning on. Advanced redstone receiver external. Advanced. Oh. Oh. Does the advanced ones only connect to other advanced ones? Maybe. Let's craft a normal one. Turn that off for now. We don't need power. So that means I should probably put that guy there, and then we'll see if this guy works. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm assuming it does. Put that away for now. Yeah, I can absolutely cram this inside a IC gate. But nah. 69. Okay. That's not running. So now will you actually respond? Yeah, okay, that's what it was. So now the base is requesting power. There's no issues with this guy. And that is now on. And then now it's generating an inappropriate amount of power. Yeah, look at that. 100 million. Which is like almost 10 times as much as these two guys are producing together. Like kind of like 6 to 8 times as much, which is actually really good. And this doesn't really like stay on that long. So how much fuel did I have? Like 1300, right? Yeah, okay, this is actually really strong. What the heck? It's not really inappropriate. It's true. For my levels, yes, it's pretty inappropriate. I honestly don't know what I mean when I say that. That's just a saying that I have. That's a crazy amount of power. Wow. And like it lasts a while too. It didn't even use that much. Okay. So we'll keep that there, and then absolutely do want to build up some more of that. I'm trying to get this. So yeah, I know. I'm gonna set up the level maintainer. Chill. I need you. Oh no, what are you doing? You're gonna make me pick up the drop, right? Oh, shush. Put that, yeah, take that out. And put that back. Pick up the Mark II. And then level maintain. We'll go ahead and level maintain it. Not one. I don't really know how much I'm going to store. Freaking 10 million. Let's do 10 million for now. I don't know how much I'm going to store. That'll probably just last forever, honestly. No, it's too much. 1 million. Just keep it like that. Because remember, it's going to go into a CPM energy hatch anyways, which is, or input hatch, which is also 1 million of space. So it's going to have a lot of, it'll have a lot of it. That doesn't work like that, right? All right, and then I'll just go ahead and, there we go. Okay. So we now have the Naquadah reactor set up. How reliable it is, I don't know. But of course, we have our helium plasma here to help us out for the most part. Naquadah reactor is going to be really strong, though. But this does encourage me to spend even more power. For example, that Naquadah reactor is, what, 100 million, which is... what tier of power is that anyways? What's UEV? Oh, geez, we're actually... That's a lot of power we're generating. Wow. The heck is UXV? Not quite there. So it's almost the previous tier, which is what's before UXVs and UMV. So we're almost at a UMV amp generation. All right, that's pretty good. This probably is a good time for me to call it a night, though. We did some pretty good progress today, actually. Seemed like a little slog, but like we got the Naquadah reactor going. We even had a little controls for it. We have liquid air being processed. We have separation catalyst level maintained as well. Jelly cryotheum. And this stuff is also level maintained. Let me see what needs help here. Other things might need help. This is going to probably take a while, so we may have to start looking into Mark II compact fusion. Because that recipe is actually very slow, now that I think about it. So that's one of the things we have to do if you really wanted to make it work. But we'll leave it running overnight. Okay. It's a good time for me to call it a night. Pretty good. Next time, I will be traveling home for next weekend because my brother is graduating from high school. So I won't be able to stream. Maybe I'll do some streamings the following week, like in the middle of the week, I might do it, but I'll just pop in. I'll just pop up out of nowhere and you'll see it. Anyways, we'll call it a night here. Let's raid someone. It's been a while since I raided. No, not that one. GT and H. Okay, well, go ahead and invade or raid Chris Short. That's a new player. I haven't seen them. Stream has been up for 10 hours. Jeez, I can't even do 4 and I'm dying. People are built different, I swear. Okay, pretty good episode. We got some good power. We'll definitely build up on that next time. I do definitely want to consider Mark II Compact, though. We'll see how far we are from that, though, and then make some more upgrades, but we're making good progress. Maybe even I'll start to work on the integrated ore factory. That'd be really good, too. Anyways, for now, have a good night. I'll see you guys next time. Keep an eye out for whenever I stream sometime next week. Take care. Good night.